But seriously, don't buy this thing. It's $200 that you could spend on a date. The GoPro 7, it's been about a year now. It's nothing new on the market. The GoPro 8 just came out, and I thought to myself, now that all the hype's gone by about the GoPro 7, why don't I get it for $100 cheaper? The GoPro is amazing for what it is. It's tiny, you know, it literally is the size, like if I put my hand up, like that's how big it is. One of the few things I love about the GoPros are they're actually built like a tank. I hate this little clippy thing, it just feels hard to get off, but they are ultimately built like a tank. I've dropped them many times, they've been thrown, my kids have handled them, and ultimately like the quality of that build, it looks really nice, it looks really good. I love the design where it's literally just one power button where you press it and it turns on, and that's it. And it does take, when you first press it, like there's that power on, that boot up time, if it hasn't been on for a while. So with the GoPro, there's a nice mode button on the side. You press it, it goes between video, photo, and time lapse. It's, I love the fact that it's just 2 buttons. The hardest button though is the button to get the battery or the memory card out, or to get it to charge. I wish they would make this easier, because it's not easy at all. It slides out kind of like that after you press that in a whole bunch, and it clips out. USB-C and a micro SD. It has a really nice feel to it. It's enough so that you can kind of grip it. And the shape of this guy is, you literally can put this anywhere, flat on a surface and be good. It also adjusts automatically to know if you're vertical or not, so that's really cool. So if I turn this way, great. And it just works. It works well, the design works, it knows what orientation you are, even when you're flipping it. This awkward looking contraption, I wish it was just a smidge smaller for some reason. Like when I put it in my pocket, this is kind of what it looks like. I have to bend it this way and it just doesn't fit all that nicely. Like there's always that bulge.
Yeah. This one going down?
Yep. Yep. Open it up. Oh, open more. This one. And this one up. There you go, like that. Now put it in there. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Before we continue with this review of the GoPro Hero 7, I'd like to let you know this film is sponsored by me. If you need a promotional film or a promotional release, an e-commerce store, hell, even a logo or a brand, anything like that, everything that goes with maintaining a business and operating all those fancy, dancy, whatever, I can do all that stuff for you. Go over to heywillmosley.com to go ahead and get yourself a quote, and we can get started. All right, back to the GoPro review. They're on the Hero 8 now. This is 7. So you would expect the quality difference to be much different than 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. We're on 7. But the truth of the matter is the footage almost looks the exact same. This camera, this silver, I don't know if the black was much better, but it seems like they really dropped the ball in this one. If I had to recommend this camera, I don't think I could recommend it for many people. The other thing, the problem that I have with this GoPro is the lack of features or being able to customize the settings. In most other GoPros, you have what's called Pro Tune. I hate that name, but you're able to change the ISO like you would on any camera. There's times when you're pointing it at, say, some beautiful landscape and it somehow looks perfect, right? That's what it's good for. But when I'm pointing it at, say, my face, it still has that ugly GoPro look to it. The footage, and even though it's that super fisheye, I get that, I accept that, but when I get it into post, it still looks just like it came from a brick. Here's some example footage just so you understand what I'm talking about. So if I were to vlog with this guy, I'm like, hey, what's up guys, Will Mosley here. This is a good test of the microphones. It's a good test of what this looks like. Good bit of light here. Probably best case situation. So this should look really good. Like 7, this is the silver, this isn't the base model. This went for $300 originally, now it's $200. So you would expect perfect. Very quickly, here is the comparison between a GoPro fisheye wide-angle lens and then a wide-angle Canon lens inside, just for comparisons. All right, quick test of the so. Quick test, this is a 10 to 18 mil, and this is a GoPro Hero 7 Silver. Just the comparison of footage. Both don't do that well indoors, but you know, if I were to drop $200 on, say, this 10 to 18 mil versus this GoPro, I'd probably go with the 10 to 18 mil. But let me know what you think. You're also only able to use 60 frames per second with a 1080p, which isn't that bad, but you have to choose between whether you want to use 4K or not. I am going to keep it because I have my uses for it, but if it was I would be mad if I was just an individual that didn't have a camera. And I bought the GoPro because I thought this would be like my vlogging camera. Here's what GoPro footage looks like inside. I have not adjusted any lighting. Just, hey buddy, over here. You opened some chocolate? Let me see. Setting it down. Why what?
Why you buying Goofy? Daddy, why?
I think Mommy found Goofy.
Daddy, why you put this one right here?
To make it stand up.
Make it that.
Yep, here goes your chocolate.
That one.
Huh?
I will be this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good job. If I had to recommend this camera, I don't think I could recommend it for many people. What I can recommend is figuring out where does this fit into your film kit if you're already a filmmaker. And you have plenty of other cameras, you have everything that you really need. Where does this really fit in? If you know what it's good at and you know what it's bad at, then you can make better educated decisions. So what I'm personally using this for now if I need to put it somewhere small, right? You know, the obvious GoPro situation. I'm also using it, of course, for the classic shots right here. I'm also using it when it's not super obvious. I use my phone, honestly, for like when I need to get shots that are not super obvious, but there are times when I can use this. And of course, I'll also use it in the water, but to be honest, I'm never really in the water either, so I don't know. This is definitely a fluke. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you've already purchased it, maybe you can use some creative ways to fit it into your arsenal and make it, you know, work for you. Not worth $200. Buy something else. Sorry, GoPro.